literally feel like you're just in a room. Like you're just hanging out.
Pretend the cameras are not even there.
If mom did it, you're good.
Yeah.
She got trashed though.
Oh, did she?
And Zane's mom got drunk too.
She has to. She took she doesn't even take shots. She took like 2 shots before getting on. She's like, I have
you just
to.
need a little bit of liquid courage.
She was great. She forgot she was on camera. She loved it.
As soon as mom came on, she was definitely nervous, and then as she kept drinking on the episode, she started like
We used to drink all the time. Remember, like first we drank all the time because we were still like nervous. We are like, fuck, we have to record. Okay.
That was my biggest was when we were drinking every episode heavy.
Oh, it was so fun though, man. The conversations were flowing. We had a lot of alcohol in us.
Yeah, I used to drink so much I'd have to like Uber home and like leave my car.
Yeah. I'd have to leave my car a lot. Yeah, you're like, all right, got too fucked up. Oh, all the way in Porter Range too.
Speaking of cars, speaking of driving, I don't think we ever revisited, your whole situation that happened at the Airwan with your car and they lost your key.
Yes.
Did you ever?
No, man.
You still paid it?
Yes, I still paid for it. I have not. And I see them all the time. Every day, they're just like just the guilt, like waving at me. And I'm just like, you know what? It's right. It's fine.
I can see just saying I don't want to deal with it for the peace of mind, but it's still like the injustice of it all.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like nobody got in trouble in the end of the day. Like there was no sort of punishment, but like I'm fine with that.
They owe you money.
I know they do.
They should give you at least an Airwan membership card.
You know what? like what's to say where it's like you just have to let go. That's what I'm doing. Like normally I'd be like fucking there with my picket sign, fucking my pitchfork, like ready to burn and I'm just like,
or
just fine. It's fine.
You just wait until they turn their back. You go into their tip jar and just take what's rightfully yours.
Just take a key?
No, go into the tip jar. Pull some cash out.
There's no tip jar there. It's all...
Actually, that's not surprising with their service. They wouldn't get any tips.
But what I could do is that I could go grab just a random key.
Go for a spin. Go get a nice little Lamborghini spin around.
Mind you, I'm ruining someone else's day, but...
Question about you.
That's true.
Question about tip jars. Because, I worked for tips when I was a waiter, but that was direct tips to me. But if it's an establishment that has a tip jar, what happens, though, if you're an employee working at the place with the tip jar and your shift's over?
Oh, you mean like you go home early, but the tip jar
everyone
keeps
still
going
gets
on?
tipped. Everyone, like in the end of the day, everybody that was on shift, they split the tip.
But what if someone else is still working their shift, but you're off your shift? You would go, let's do the tip jar split.
Does it divvy out the next day?
Yes.
What if you're not working the next day?
No, everybody splits the tip, right? Like everybody that was working the day of, but like no one's stealing because everybody will find out.
So you come back into work the next day and there's like a little envelope from the tip jar from the day before, but do you get all the tips from the entire day?
It's a great point.
I think it's split. It's split evenly all the time because it is weird. Or there are certain waiters that have certain bussers too, right? Like a waiter will have a busser that they work with a lot. They clean their tables
for the whole house.
And then it all depends on how they structure it.
But damn, what if you were like a barista and you were just charming as hell? Like you deserve that $20 tip and you think it's going directly to you.
And a lot of times they will say, the person tipping is like, hey, keep this for you. And then they'll keep it for themselves. But if you put it in the tip jar, it's rightfully everyone's to split. But that's the thing, right? If you suck, then hopefully it gets to the point where like everybody's tells the manager is like, hey, like we're all doing our job. This person is just kind of like, do we have to give them? They're dragging the whole crew.
I never know. Sometimes like do tip jars like when they're starting the day, they put a couple dollars already in there just to like
make it.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I can see that. But my favorite is I like when the 2 tip jars, like one will say one person's name, the other's the other, if whatever is going on.
Whatever trending topic they want you to like vote based on your
love
tip.
That. Team Edward, Team Jacob.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. When they're up with the trends. I think that I'm more inclined to tip.
Do you always like look for the eye contact though? Like you're like, you're tipping, but you're waiting for them just to turn around to show that you did it.
Is it okay if I just put this in here?
Yeah,
just like
if I'm there a lot. Yes, I want them to see that I'm tipping because when I come in next time, they're going to remember that. And I feel like they are.
That's so funny. I will never do it. And they turn their back.
I'm like,
I'll act like I'm looking for it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Now, I'm also curious with the people who are out there working with the iPad tipping, like, right when they show you the tip, you tip and they pull it back, are they immediately looking, did you
They
tip?
look, they check.
They can
They're
see
looking.
because it'll add it up. It'll show like that the price plus tip.
Because sometimes I just see them like turn their back and like they're not even paying attention. I'm like, well, did we acknowledge that?
It's just gonna ask you a question.
Yeah,
But
just
you're
real
mad.
quick.
You're right. Half the time they don't acknowledge it. They're just like, there's no thank you. There's no like, all right, have a good day. And it's like,
That's why I think
Bitch,
it
I
goes
just give
back
you-
into like another system, and then at the end of the day, they really find out.
like
who
at a
tips.
coffee shop, I don't need to give you a tip, but I gave you a 25% tip. Just a thank you would be nice.
Give me this.
Just
That's all
something.
that.
A little nod, a little eye to eye contact. You don't even need a smile, just eye to eye contact. Would be fucking
Because you could
great.
tip them $100 and they may not even acknowledge it at all. They'd be just like, all right, cool, good to go. I'm like, did you see?
Excuse me, ma'am. I just tipped you $100. Just to make sure everybody hears it. $100.
You got to be careful with those zeros though when you're typing them in. There's times where I thought like
$1,000 tip.
like $10,000. Like
Yeah,
I've been like
one day.
oop,
Because
oop.
they do it where you have to add the zeros.
Yes.
But it fills in the decimal for you.
Yeah, and
you
then
have
there's a
to, like,
double zero one
yep,
too.
yep.
So
Be careful.
be careful.
All right, well, we have a very special guest today, but let's roll the intro first, and then we'll introduce you to the guest, baby.
All right, here we go, baby.
It's coffee time, baby. Let's go. Welcome back to Zane, Heath, Unfiltered. I'm Zane,
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
and today we have
A very special guest.
One we've talked about for quite a long time.
Has been brought up in countless episodes. We finally have my brother Shane on the podcast today.
Welcome, Shane. Welcome,
Yay.
welcome.
You may recognize him as Vanilla Ice. He put that hat on earlier. I was like, oh, okay.
Vanilla Ice now. Like,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
what does he look? I have no idea what he
This.
looks like. Like just like this, Vanilla
This.
Ice. I like that. I like that.
A little bit thinner.
All right,
Still handsome.
Shane, are you gonna be like your mom and my mom when they hop on? Did you have a couple drinks in you? Are you sober?
I have been. I got a mixed tequila drink.
You
right
have
now.
to.
He's
Yeah,
on
you have a
vacation.
little bit.
Helping out his brother with his move.
Exactly.
He deserves
needs
a break.
A couple drinks is nice.
About halfway done with this. So
It's all right.
I'm gonna need
We'll
another
get you.
one.
Just
We
straight
got,
to
we
you.
got plenty more where that came from. It's so funny to finally have you on so you can see everything. Obviously, like you've seen the podcast, like episodes and things like that, but to like be behind the scenes, like you're on it, like you're here.
It's definitely different. Like I've watched them and seen them, but to see the setup now in person is.
It
like,
looks
oh,
worse in
this
person.
is-
Right? It's a little underwhelming.
It's smaller than you thought, right?
Yeah,
That's
it is.
everybody
It
says that.
is.
They walk in, they're like, wait, I thought this was a lot bigger. I was like, that's crazy. To me, it just looks the size of what this room is on camera, but it's not.
I didn't know it was actually at your house. I thought it was
Yeah.
in like some little studio
Got
somewhere.
second floor, not even
right.
first, second. Crazy.
right.
Oh, and Shane, the reason why we brought him on too, because he has a very interesting profession.
Yep.
Shane, you are and correct me if I'm wrong, you're a correctionals.
Correct.
What, am I saying it right?
No.
Is it
was-
correctionals or corrections?
Corrections.
Corrections officer
That's correct.
at a prison or a jail?
So I work for the county sheriff's office.
Okay.
And the jail houses everybody within the county.
Oh,
Fascinating.
you said that like you work for the county sheriff's office.
So yeah, so everybody in the little cities and precincts around go to that main sheriff's office jail.
Got
Correct.
it.
And the difference between jail and prison, jail is 1 year sentencing or a holding, right?
Partially correct, but jail is for when people are pre-trial.
Okay.
So you've been accused of a crime, you're waiting for your court date. A lot of people in there, if they can't get their bond posted, you're stuck in there until your court date is actually
Oh.
And how long could you be stuck in there for?
a while.
A while.
A
until
while.
the
Depends
day.
on your crime, your court, depending on how much you're trying to fight your case.
Got it.
If you're trying to appeal things, it can be.
Okay.
I've known there's some guys in there that have been in there for over 1,000 days.
Wow.
Insane.
Do they address you as Shane, or do they have to call you like Mr. Hussar?
They call Big H.
Big H.
Big H.
Yeah. That's
Love that.
kind of a funny story. One, I'm not that big, but
No. You're normal. You're average
No,
size. Don't worry.
I don't think it's more physical. It's more like your presence. It's like,
Stature.
it's Big H. Yeah.
Big personality.
I think
bone.
it came from the guys not really being able to say Hussar, even though it's a it's a pretty simple name. It's
It
only
is
2 syllables. I got Hussar, Pusar.
Husser.
One guy called me Warsaw. He thought
Warsaw.
he thought my name was Warsaw for.
You
good
should have gone with
6
that. That's
months. I
way
never
cooler
corrected
than
him.
Big
That's
H.
a
I never
really
corrected
cool
him, so I
last
was
name,
like,
Warsaw.
And then one guy just coined Big H, and it just kind of stuck with that. And then word got around, and everybody knew. Oh, it's Big H.
All right.
How long are your shifts? What are you working like night, day? Does it switch
I was on the
up?
day shift. There's 2 shifts. There's a day and night shift, and it's 12-hour days.
Okay, whoa.
Long days. Very, very long days.
You get an hour lunch break.
Hour lunch break. So
Do you eat the prison food, or do you guys bring
Yeah,
your
right?
own food, or is there like
Is there a special cafeteria for you guys?
yeah corrections?
we have a
lounge?
kitchen. Some people do eat the jail food. But I always went and get my own food or brought it. But the girls do make some really fire rolls.
Okay.
I mean,
So it's kind of like prison rolls, man.
their rolls.
It's kind of like a firehouse situation where you kind of communal cooking for everybody. Got it.
Is this a co-ed jail, men and women? Or
men and women, but they're not mixed together.
okay, got it.
Oh, I didn't even know those existed. I thought like every jail, like every prison was like either men or women. It was like separate properties. Never
Right.
thought. Yeah.
Yes, it's more like a prison, but it's a jail.
Oh,
so
sorry. Yeah. Jail.
It's organized a bit differently.
Got it. Okay.
Now are we wearing a uniform? Same uniform every day?
Same uniform every day. Got your little belt.
Anything to protect you? Do you have a baton, a taser?
We don't do batons. We have OC spray, pepper spray.
Okay,
Carry the handcuffs. There's no weapons allowed in the jail. No firearms
got it.
ever. Absolutely.
I
Ever.
didn't know that.
So even when the police come in, they're bringing in a suspect or they walk to the jail.
And that's for safety if somebody were to
Safety,
try to grab
right?
it.
If somebody is to, and this thing too, not to sidetrack, but the jail, unlike most jails, they're just not out and about by themselves. There's an officer always present inside the pod. So I will be in a pod with 40, 50, 60 guys by myself all day, and I'm managing them.
And I just want to get just a good visual of this jail.
Oh, there you go. Turn around.
Now, what about the cells themselves? You know, sometimes in movies, it's like the old school ones that
I
have
want to
the
see them in
bars.
person so bad.
Do you guys
okay,
have-
so not like
kinda-
go, but like do like a tour?
So
Yeah,
that
I really
that
do.
second row right there, the one second in where it's like a 2-tier.
Yes.
Yeah, like a desk. That's kind of like what it was.
Okay.
It was a 2-tier.
This is what I
pod.
imagine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably 20 cells. And they hold multiple people in each one.
Is it a door with a small window, or is it the bars, or is it like this image we're looking at has like big windows?
One solid steel door with a window that's maybe this big.
Okay.
Maybe like a foot and a half long. And it has what we call a bean flap, a bean tray. It's just a flap that comes open.
bean flap.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Slide
right
under
there.
bean
Where you
tray.
put your
Yes,
beans in?
I like
More
that's the name
beans.
for it. Yeah.
I don't know what the
Whoa.
actual word is, but we just call it a bean flap.
Hey, that makes sense.
Hey, that's
How-
aesthetically beautiful. Look at
How
that.
many people a cell? Was it bunk beds, 2 beds to the side?
Yeah, so
a John.
a standard cell is 2 people, 2 bunks. But in the corners, we had some larger ones that hold like 6 or 4-man, 6-man cells. At the corners,
So
they're
how-
slightly larger.
How do you like? Do you get to when you get like?
I'm so
put
interested.
to a room and like I would hate to be in a room with 6 other people.
Is it seniority?
Yeah. Is it like the longer you stayed, the less people you got to stay with? Like what's the
Okay, so there is a dynamic like that where you kind of like veterans, right? Got the guys that have been there the longest,
loyal?
that I've known for a while that kind of aren't problem people. You're not going to want to take somebody that's fresh off the street detoxing off of fentanyl and all these drugs, and they're vomiting and they're just dirty and stink and they're not showering. You don't want to take somebody like that straight off the street and shove them in one of your. It is like a ranking, like an authority. Like I don't want to say pod boss, but there's people in there that carry more weight than
That's
others.
us, pod bosses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, totally.
So you kind of want to maintain an air of
Hierarchy. Like
or just a good dynamic. Or
Just a
it's
good
almost like you're
dynamic.
planning a
Behavior,
wedding.
too.
And like, are
Yeah,
you
it
assigning
is.
seats going,
Yeah.
well, he's
They're
dealt
gonna
with
get
fentanyl,
along.
They're going to understand. They've been in here for a certain time. There's similar age groups. Like,
well, and then you gotta think about gangs, right?
Yes.
So there's certain gangs, and you don't want to be mixing people that have conflicts on the street.
Putting MS with the Bloods and
Damn, that's pretty crazy that like they still have to think about that when they put them in like jail. Like,
when they're
we have to
checking in,
split them up.
Yeah, like when they're checking, are we affiliated with any?
Yeah, let's see the tattoos. Does that still, and they go, I'm not a member though. I haven't been a member for 10 years. They're
I'm
like,
out.
still, we got to note that.
So that is a question too. And we do ask them, do you have any gang affiliations? Yes. But if they've been there multiple times, we can go back and see every jail booking. Everything, all the charges, everything, even way back when.
You know what? That's nice that you guys even like ask them though, because that's like just for their safety.
Preventative.
Yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, Function Health.
Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data most people never see and the insights to actually take action. Inside Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers from heart and hormone to toxins, inflammation, and stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's an enhanced view of what's happening in your body.
Exactly. And that's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Jeremy London are all behind Function Health. And for our ladies listening to the podcast, let me ask you a question. Is fasting messing with your hormones? Because women's bodies are biologically wired for reproductive protection, and their endocrine systems are closely connected to energy availability.
Exactly. Women deal with monthly hormonal fluctuations in estrogen and progesterone and have higher sensitivity to caloric restrictions and stress. When the body senses nutrient scarcity, it can trigger a cascade of hormonal shifts.
That's right. And fasting naturally increases cortisol levels, which works to mobilize stored energy, support mental clarity, and regulate hunger hormones like leptin. But along with increasing blood sugar dysregulation and raising anxiety or irritability, prolonged cortisol elevation can impact women's LH and FSH levels, disrupting ovulation as a result.
So if you're thinking about fasting, consider testing your levels to help make sure your hormones are in check and your metabolism strong before creating your plan. Look, guys, Heath and I really trust this, and we feel like our ladies up in Zane and Heath Unfiltered will trust this too.
That's right. It's time to take care of yourself and really get an in-depth look at your body and all the different levels and what's making you feel a certain way every single day. So if you want to learn more and join using our link, the first 1,000 get $100 credit toward their membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/Zane or use gift code ZANE100 at sign up to own your health.
Thank you, Function Health, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you, and thank you for taking care of our little girlies as Zane and Heath Unfiltered, baby.
That's right, baby.
So let's say a new prisoner's coming in. It's his first day in the block or the pod or the whole area. You always see it in movies where it's like their first day at lunch. They're going to the tables. Everyone's all real cliquey. They have to eat by themselves.
Can't sit here.
You can't sit here. Does that usually happen? Do they get assigned like a person who's going to be like their buddy for the day to show them around, or how hard is it to get?
I'm thinking of you just said 3 different movies right now. The Longest Yard.
Yes.
All of it.
What I think of every time.
Shawshank Redemption.
Your mind right now is looking at all these scenes. That's funny.
What was that other one? Will Ferrell. Get Hard.
Yes.
So it is like that. So they come in, they get booked. You escort them down the hallway. They got their mat slung over their shoulder.
People like, who do fresh meat? Yeah, like,
yes,
that's crazy.
Yes. So you have to maintain that dynamic and kind of just a baseline of calm, because it can get out of hand real quick.
Do some kids like just start crying like, I don't want to be here, and they're like, you got to deal with it. Like,
Definitely.
Shane, what's the what would you say the percentage of people, like, when you like, from your own point of view, are you like, damn, these people are actually all really nice, or some of them are actually like really bad, like just
violent offenders?
Yeah, just like, what is the percentage
like
that you would say?
The overwhelming majority of inmates are users, addicts that just get on drugs, drug charges, drug paraphernalia, petty theft. A lot of people, unfortunately, and it's sad, that are homeless and don't have a family, don't have a foundation that they can fall back on. And there's this one guy, I'm not going to name names, but he just repeat offenders, just people that you send out and they come back a week later. The fastest was 1 hour, literally got released.
Wow.
Went out and then got picked up again and literally an hour later and brought right back, because it's for things like criminal trespassing. They've been bounced out of every establishment in the city.
Oh, wow.
And they got no place to go. They're homeless. And well, we've kicked you out of Walmart 1,000 times. We see you walking through the Walmart.
It's almost like they want to come back because this is like their home.
The thing is too is it's a small town, rural, USA, Tennessee. So it's not everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Like, so there is no escaping it. Like,
Are there good rehabilitation programs within the prison? Like, even if you know that you're about to get released out in the real world, you have to take like a class and they go, guys, once you get out of here, this is how it is. Make sure you don't do. Are they prepping them at all before they're being released?
Yeah.
Or do you think there's not enough? There could be more work on it?
there's just not enough for the need. We do have them. People get into rehabs, into these projects, these homes where they'll go and they'll serve the remainder of their sentence in a rehab facility and conditional of their release, is finishing the program. But if they fall out of the program, they go right back to jail.
How about visitation? Now, I've seen in movies, sometimes it's like they're behind a wall, they got a glass. Sometimes they're sitting at a table and they get, they're being watched the whole time, no touching, all of that.
It is crazy. I've seen both. Like, and what's the difference? Like, what calls
Or like
for
the
a meeting
phone
at the
where you,
table
like, pull
or
it
the
off
phone?
or-
Yeah. So one, I guess my question is, how does visitation work? Is it the phones? Is it meeting in person? How often is that? And also the telephone call thing. Do you get a call a day? How does it go like that?
Okay, so visitation, nothing is in person. Everything is through a digital screen, a kiosk.
Oh. It's like a Zoom almost?
A Zoom, exactly what it is.
Whoa.
So before we'd put the guys in a room, there'd be three or four kiosks where they sit. They got the telephone there. They can talk to their guest. But then recently, within the last year, we went to something called tablets. So now they have like an iPad, basically, and all of their visits are now done through the tablet screen.
Are they paying their own prison money for the calls? Do you book them in advance? How often do you get the privilege of talking to someone?
Anytime they want.
Okay.
So as long as they got money, because it does cost, it's a nominal little fee to
How
set
much?
up visitations. I can't remember exactly, but it's not crazy.
How much are they? But are there jobs within the prison as well for them to
how does
make
like the
money?
currency work? Like, are they able to clean or do certain things
Make
or
license
cook?
plates? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Something.
Probably in some prisons, but again, this is jail, so there is no paid jobs within the facility. Now we have some people that have been sentenced, and that's what I was talking about, where they can do a work release program.
Right.
If they've been sentenced, I think it was under 2 years, nothing violent, no violent charges, no escape history, then what they'll get is an ankle monitor, and they can go out into the real world and do a
clean.
job.
Yeah.
Someone worked at. And
Wait, really?
Yeah, really. Right there, in between.
Like,
my
wait, what are they
town.
doing?
The
Mechanic?
factory, probably.
Working on the assembly line or something. I don't know what they do.
Sorry, I was thinking of a
Selling you a
dealership.
car.
I was thinking,
yeah, no.
Take one today. I could go on the test drive with you, but I just gotta trust you.
there's no way. There's no way.
on work release. No, in the factory. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, that's good though. Like that's I
Yeah, just
feel
go ahead,
like
give me your credit card information.
Yeah.
It's
hey, do you know how to take this off?
he's got a screwdriver. He's just picking at it.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
So yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, it reminded me of the Jinx, the show.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Jinx.
The
They were
Robert
talking
Durst.
through like a tablet like that the whole time. All the footage that he was talking was through
Now,
that.
but when you go into jail, do you still have access to your money from the outside, or is all your money coming from like donations of friends and family to?
They don't have access to those types of things.
Okay.
They get something on they call them the books, which is their commissary account where they can get money put on that, and then it deducts from that specific account. But there's nothing outside that's tied to their
So
account.
no one does anyone have cash on them in jail, or is
No.
that now like is it banned if you have cash? Like
No cash.
They take it from you when you have cash on you. In
Like,
jail,
we
right?
take it. So no phones. Obviously,
phones.
you get that taken. No cash. No like credit cards. Anything like that. You have nothing but the clothes.
Right. So that's good that you brought up the cash. So if they come in with cash on them, we will take it, count it, make sure that it's verified with them. We got their cash. We'll put it in the machine, and then that goes on their books. So now they have a balance of say $100. They could use that to buy movies, music, set up their visits, make phone calls.
But if I have an account and I go to jail, I can take money from my account and put it into my little
jail account?
right? Or Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
So if I'm going to jail for a year, how much cash should I bring?
I'm bringing a lot.
But then I don't want people knowing I have.
I'm running the prison.
Wire the money now. How much? All of it. Is there cigarettes? Are they?
Yeah.
Like, are there
smokes?
like a smoke break? Any sort of?
So our
barter?
jail is tougher than some of the other ones in the area.
Okay.
A lot of the other ones, they allow e-cigarettes. They'll allow smokeless tobacco, like the Zane pouches.
Yes.
They sell those on commissaries. They'll allow that, but we don't do that. It's just our personal jail policy.
Okay.
Got it. Has anybody ever hired somebody, like a cellmate, ever hire another cellmate to be like almost their bodyguard?
Yes.
Insane.
Really?
And how much would they get paid for that?
I don't know the details of like how much that is, but I know of a few individuals that I could think of that were trying to be like, hey, I'll protect you in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm-
interesting.
Help me out.
Been in here a
Shane,
while. I
I
know
would-
everybody, know how it goes. I got
They
you.
would just send all of it.
Put $20 on my books, and then I'll make sure that nobody bothers you.
Shane, I would pay.
Wow.
I'd pay a good amount of money for two good bodyguards.
You have to be aware of that. So somebody that you see this come in, they don't have any history. They're fresh meat, so to say. They're in an area, in an environment they're not accustomed to, and they're scared out of their mind.
Yeah.
Could be like a.
That they're ripe for being taken advantage of. So that's something you have to watch as a.
Do you, as a corrections officer, are you not allowed to like have bias or give a prisoner like a tip? Like, so say if it's my first day in prison, some dudes tell me, hey man, if you give me the $20, I'll make sure no one messes with you. And then what if like, you're taking me in my cell and I go, hey, this guy is like saying that he's going to watch out for me. What do you think? Do you ever go, don't talk to that guy? Or do you just go, I'm out of this? Like,
Good question.
and if you can't maybe say it, stuff like that. So
No, so one of the big things in the jail that we talk about is if it's not written down, it didn't happen, right? So if something like that happened, I'd have to put a narrative on this person's file, say, hey, this is what I was saying, this is going on. So you have a history of something. And then you can make moves. You can take people and put keep aparts on people, and that keep apart stays in that file pretty much indefinitely. So if two people have an issue, we can separate them, move them to a different pod, and we'll never put them together again.
Say you did see something going down, right? Like, is it your job to obviously like break it up? Like if two people were about to fight or go at it, like, do you let them solve their problem, or are you supposed to just like jump in the middle of it and be like, this has got to stop?
Okay, so it's safety and security, and you're there for the inmates, but you're also there to make sure you don't get shanked or something, right?
Yeah.
So we had the ability to intervene. The first thing that would happen if I saw something going down is I would just go up and talk to him and break it up. That way, if it's not possible, I see, okay, this is going bad, this is going sideways.
You don't want to put your life in danger,
Right,
obviously,
right.
too.
You don't have to get in the middle of two people beating the crap at each other.
Are you ever raising your voice like, boys, what are we doing today? Like,
If it's two of his boys,
do you,
two
do you
friends.
holler at them? Do you like?
Oh yeah,
Shut
if
up,
you-
Big
if
H.
You got to. You gotta.
You're next, Big H.
yeah.
Good.
It's like managing children,
Yeah.
like a daycare, basically, and just trying to keep the peace, keep them fed, keep things functioning, and just making sure you go home at the end of the day without any injuries.
All right, so I keep putting myself like in my head. I'm like, okay, if I was in a jail cell, what are some things that I feel like I would be worried
Escape.
about?
Zane would just be plotting
This
and
is another.
escape.
This hit me like a fucking train. I was like, okay, one of the worst things that I never want to smell like is BO. So if there was a situation where I was in a jail cell and some dude had really fucking bad BO, is that something that I could go and complain about and like you would split us, or is that not good enough?
I mean, you just got to deal with it.
Damn. I would fucking.
Are
I would.
prisoners that hygienic though? Like, like,
They're supposed to shower and clean themselves every day. Do they? No,
yeah.
absolutely not.
Is that a hot shower? What is the shower
I
like?
smelled some of the worst smells that you can imagine.
Is it like a
And-
bucket above that you like kind of pull a string and it pours down?
No, there's individual. There's like 4 showers,
Like
on
a
the
locker
wall.
room situation
Kinda like a
almost.
locker
Any
room.
privacy, or is it like, I don't know?
There's shower curtains on the showers.
Okay.
But
That's good. You see, I always thought it was like completely open in
just get one of
jails.
those
what
old
you would
school
probably
ones.
have a huge problem with, and I think I would too, if you're in a cell locked down with somebody for hours and hours and hours, and there's one toilet. And your bunks are there, and you're pooping and peeing.
And Zane takes so long to poop. He'd be on it for an hour. I'd be like, are we done?
Yes.
I wouldn't even be able to poop. Like that poop would never come out. I can't sit there with 3 other people.
I would just be just talk to him.
Oh, that is a nightmare.
Wow.
Along with the
used
BO.
to it. Like,
You would get used to it?
well, I think your whole mind and body after that's your only place to go.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Here's one of my first experiences, probably when the first week I got hired. Speaking of smells, up in booking, it's just this big square, big glass walls, and there was a female in there that just got brought in, and you could tell she was just mentally unstable, just not well, and completely nude. Could defecate on command basically, and was taking it and smearing it all over the door.
No way.
It was everywhere. And just being in booking, you could just smell it and see it. And she'd lick it off of the glass.
Oh,
And I'm just watching this. I'm just like, ugh.
No
Is she
way.
writing anything specific? Is she writing coordinates?
No, not writing, just licking it off of the glass. And she got to a point where it's like, okay, we have to call the doctor.
Do you think?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. In my head, I'm like, hey, if I were to smear my shit on the wall, do you think they would find me crazy enough to put me by myself where I'd have to be with other people?
Maybe.
That's I feel like there's some sort
You
of
just got
strategy.
to do it just to
Yeah, because I would take myself that far.
and you gotta make
to
it
get out of a
believable.
situation. Yes.
Yeah. So
You can tell the hesitation, Heath. They're like, I saw it.
yeah, you're like, I'm crazy. Oh. I'm crazy. Yeah, I did it.
Oh fuck. Oh, that's terrible.
it's
That's
wild.
terrible.
It's
So
wild.
then it got to the point where she stopped and then you had to clean it.
well,
You hose it down? Is it just a...
several guards had to don masks and PPE and trash bags and physically had to open the door. And once that door was open, the entire smell came out.
Yep.
And go in there, hold her down, and restrain her so that the doctor could assess her. Do what the doctor needed to do. So it was just...
Is this a picture at your place?
Is that?
I mean, they all pretty much look like that, but that's not...
What about comfort level? I'm thinking about beds. Is everyone assigned the same type of pillow? Is everyone getting the same type of blanket, or can you get some perks and get a Tempur-Pedic if you want? If you got back
you have a really bad
issues,
back.
there's no upgrades or
No upgrades, no pillows.
That one I'm really surprised because
no pillows.
No pillows.
Come on.
No pillow?
No pillows.
That's not good.
The mat has-
He's doing.
the mat. Okay, it's.
Are we talking
it's something?
camping,
If you
like a
if
camping
you ever
pad?
went there, I'd be like, this is so horrific. I'd never want to be here again. But the mat is maybe this thick, and it's got a little hump, a pillow, and that is it.
Do you get a new one when it's your first day in prison, or are you
Yeah, you'll
getting
get-
someone's old one?
Well, they're all recycled.
Okay.
Right. So when somebody goes out, they take them at the booking, they get cleaned, and then you take that as you go in.
I think the type of mattress depends on what you did, right? If it's some petty thing, you get more than a bump on your head. If you fucking kill people, yeah, you get a fucking
It's
bump.
a negative bump.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know. If I was a pillow company, I would give all of my pillows out to prison. I don't know,
Yeah,
you get
my
some,
pillow cube.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't even
Send
think
them out.
I don't even think the prison would allow the free pillow. They'd be like right? There's a reason
guess.
why they. It's
I don't know.
like
Is this a level of humaneness where it's that's just
100%.
Okay, when is lights out? When is bedtime?
Lights are on at 6 in the morning, and they go off, depending on the officer, around 8 or 9.
And okay, and you have to get up at 6. You have to get out of your jail. No sleeping in. Can you take a nap during the day?
So from 12 to 2, we had what's called nap time.
Okay,
It is a daycare.
And that's where everything shuts down, lights go off, and that's when we take our lunch breaks.
Okay.
So that's when everything dies down.
What if it's someone's birthday? Do you
they getting
guys recognize birthdays at all, or do they know the date? They have to know the date.
Oh yeah, they know the date.
Is it every day? See, this is also would drive me insane. Is there a clock in the room every day that's just saying what time it is?
No.
Wow.
See, that would drive me
Oh,
nuts.
it's a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
Are they ever yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
one. So, but do they know what day it is?
They'll know what day it is. they can keep track of it that way. We do have a TV in the jail room,
There's a nice sundial
so
that they can go and just
we
watch.
have
my
access
God.
to one single TV that's on the wall that everybody can sit around and watch.
What about, are they ever like, how many more days do I have left? Am I at a month? Am I at 2 months? Or do they have their own calendar in their room? Or is it better just to not pay attention to the time and accept how time just flows and goes?
Yeah, that's one of the most frequent questions is, can you check my out date? Can you check my out date? I just went to court. They reduced something, whatever they said, you're going to serve this much, and they put in, well, I'm serving less now, no sec. Well, can you check my out date, see if it's in the system yet?
Yeah.
So it's just constantly.
There was one guy you told me about that elderly man that was stuck in there and ended up like his court date was super far away, and you're just stuck there. Like if you can't pay your
If you can't pay your bond,
you're in
even
there
if it's
until they
$100
get
bond,
an
$500
opening.
bond.
Mm-hmm.
If your court date is set 6 months from now, and you only have this little bond, but you have no money, you're stuck there
Until there's an opening for your court.
until there's your court date, your assigned court date.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Awful.
Is now exercise? Is there recess, outdoor hours? How long is that? Is there required movement? Are you making people have to like? Is it like PE? Got to walk laps, or you have to be doing something? How does that work?
We don't organize their activities, but connected to the pod is a recreational room, and it's just a slightly smaller room than the pod itself. That is it.
Is there like
Is there a gym?
sports
Yeah,
like
what is it?
basketball court?
Weightlifting?
Nope.
Damn.
So wait, the recreational, it's connected to each cell?
Each pod has its
Is a
own
pod? Is a
connected-
pod?
Okay, so a pod is where everybody stays. A cell is where.
Got
where
it.
you sleep.
Okay.
But connected to that is a room. I don't know what it is, 20 by 30.
Okay.
Where they just go out there and they just walk circles, or they play wall ball. They're allowed to have little rubber racquetballs, and they go against the wall and they smack it, and that's about the extent of.
Are we going outside at all?
No.
Getting sunlight in our eyes. That
I'm surprised that they don't
that's
have
not
like
on you.
outside
That's the facility. That's
section.
cruel.
Oh, is it for?
Okay, so there is no. Our jail has no exterior recreational yard, but in the rec room, there is a big window on a roll-up door that lifts. so they
It
can
doesn't
get
look like
air.
that.
okay, so
and
you at
sun.
least can get some.
Yes,
It looks
Fresh
like
air.
that, Shane. Right? Like
not on the roof. Just think of a big
Like a garage door. that slides
garage
up?
door that's huge that just goes up on a roller, opens, and then it closes.
got it. Okay.
You said there's a TV. Who picks this station? Is it set on the same? Are they more interested in watching the news and what's going on in the world, or they just want to watch a movie, a
Has
show?
anybody ever put on our podcast on that TV?
They're requesting Zane and Heath Unfiltered.
Yeah.
No. So the officer is who's in control of the TV.
So if they're like, sorry guys, my soap is on, I gotta
Yeah,
watch
right,
this or
right.
like-
Is there like a guard that's just an asshole that's just like My Little Pony? It's what I want to watch. Like
We're
just
gonna put
to
it
like
on
make
Peppa
them.
the Pig for the next 2 hours, and you're gonna sit there.
If everybody in the room is like,
yeah.
I don't want to watch this, they'll change it, right?
Yeah, but it's weird.
Everybody's
So
pretty, like,
they're pretty
nice.
much on the same page. And when I would open a pod in the morning at 6, we'd put the morning news on,
Okay.
and
so
I'd
they're
say,
like-
"Hey guys, we're watching the news till 8 o'clock." And then after that, we'll find what else is on.
That's
put on a
good.
movie. They're actually really interested in the news.
Okay.
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very interested in just what's going on in
Especially,
the outside
especially if you
world.
don't have your phone on you. I'm like, I do want to watch it.
That's your
every
updates.
day. Yeah.
Is there a library?
Your library now is on the tablet, so they can get books. They have
okay.
access to things like that.
Is there
And that
I
comes
know we
with-
mentioned about wait, go.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and that comes with like you're paying for that time on the
Yeah.
tablet.
So the tablet itself that you get is free. There's a free account to have access to things, minimal things.
Yeah.
But there is an upgraded subscription. I think it was like $7 a month that gives you more access to games and things like that.
But is there a standard library though where there is a huge plethora of books for free though that they have access to?
there is free things
They can
on
get
there.
every access to every law book. Like
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
that's a right they should
Yes.
have
Yeah,
to
for sure.
understand where
Yeah.
they are in the judicial system and have,
Yes, they have
access to that information if
Yeah,
they
they have
wanted
access
to.
to
Okay. Are there classes to take?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, what kind of classes do they have there?
Some pretty good ones. You can do AA meetings, anger management, things like that. They have ones that actually go outside. A popular one was forklift training.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you have to apply to get into it, you have to have, again, I think just nonviolent things, non-escape things. Have no narratives, no incidents of you causing trouble. Really, not too much trouble, a little bit, but nothing crazy within the jail. And then you can apply to get in a program. Forklift, HVAC, culinary,
trade jobs.
And I feel like that
That's
looks
nice.
really good on your
Yeah.
papers, right? Like if you're like always working on something.
They can
get
finish
their
a GED.
That's a big one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I would want to. If I would want to be outside of this of jail as much as possible.
Extracurricular
Yeah,
as
forklift
possible.
training. I'll do all of that.
You guys,
just to get outside.
you had worship as well. Like you guys could have like
Right. Ministers will come in and they'll make their rounds to the pods and they'll, it's not mandatory, right? Because you still have your freedom of religion. You can still do whatever. But if you want to participate, you can sit down with the ministers and talk. We had what was called, that's any pod. We had one that was called Faith Pod that did more ministry programs. They would have at night revivals would come in with music, and it's from the local churches and things like that.
But if you're like Muslim and you have like a prayer mat and you got to pray that
they'll
many times a day,
they'll definitely have that.
You're
like,
allowed to
provide
bring.
that.
You're like, he gets his own mat. Sorry,
He has his own mat.
It's like I need 3 mats for my prayers, but they're using it as a phone.
He's making that a pillow. Just like
That's what I would do.
okay.
so they are allowed to have it.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
What about games? Do we have board games? Hi Ho Cherry-O, Candyland, Monopoly,
Sorry.
or
Chess and checkers.
chess and checkers?
That's about the extent of it for board games they have access to. And dominoes.
And
Deck of cards. Spades is huge.
Spades. Yes, I
Spades,
just
good
played
game.
that. Yes.
Spades is all day, every day.
Is that like euchre or I don't know?
But
yeah.
like you who?
euchre?
Euchre?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like it's a card game Michigan people play, but I heard it's also called spades. But go on.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it. Spades.
What's one thing, like, obviously you've spent a lot of time there, you've seen a lot, you've been there for an extended amount of time. Like, what's something that you think needs to be like that bothers you the most, that you wish was different or changed, that you could like improve upon for them?
Should there be some reform?
Yeah.
100%. But what happened was, and I don't know who this exactly goes back to, some change in that might have been the 80s or 90s, but we used to have a bunch of mental health institutions in this country. And then I don't know if they all got defunded or whatever.
Yeah, state mental hospitals, all of that.
State mental hospitals. So we have a lot of people in jail, and we're aware of this, but that should not be in jail. They just can't function in normal society. They need a help.
Got it.
And we don't, as a country, do a good enough job of providing those things for those type of people.
Yeah.
Like throwing them in jail is not helping them at all.
It's not helping
just
at all.
Like,
Like-
yeah.
It's also making them worse and like bringing back, like degrading like their own just mental progress of how even if they go back into society,
Yeah.
being able to properly function. Yeah.
No, that's the biggest thing that I think would help everybody. Help the jails, get the population in the jails down.
Yeah.
Get the people that the help they need, the medicine they need.
Did they get rid of it because they believe that it's just like they're meant like
Probably just did money, just probably didn't feel like funding it. Just easier for them. It's
just
cheaper.
throw 'em in a-
throw them in jail. Like,
Also,
crazy.
prisons are also privatized too. Like that's a business within itself. There are people who build. That's a moneymaker for prisons, but like mental health hospitals is not much of like a moneymaker for like it's.
You're
it's
right.
complicated. Though there are private mental health rehabilitation facilities, but it's not on the mass scale of how prisons can go, if that makes sense.
Question, because you're saying this like 20 minutes ago about how there's people that will get out of jail, but they have to go to a rehab, and if they don't do that, they have to come back to jail. Is the rehab, if they don't have any money or they don't have any family, is that paid by the government, or that's something they have to like figure out?
As far as I understood and how I took it is it's free.
It's free. Okay.
It's free. The programs are free to them.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Have you ever ran into a former inmate out in public?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Oh wow! They're like Big 8.
That's
I'm out.
crazy.
They're like, all right.
he told me he was he took his son to the park. They went to go like to the lake, right?
Yeah.
And you just recently saw somebody.
Yeah, I saw somebody there. That was in there for a
Big
good
H.
minute. So I saw him. Yeah, and again, it's probably not as prevalent in bigger locations, but in our area, it is small. So I've seen a lot of people.
That's why you got like, especially like if you're like a corrections officer and like there's mean ones that are like really abusive or like horrible to these inmates and then they get out and they see him like 6 months later, that would be a problem.
I mean, I've heard stories of other guards and say that they just kind of, they'll see somebody else,
really?
don't see me, and they'll walk away. But I've never personally had a bad experience with anybody on the outside. And what I really like seeing, and it makes me feel good, that's part of what I like about my job, is I'll see a handful of inmates at church.
That's
local
great.
church. I'll see them. They'll see me, wave, hi, come up, shake my hand, or give me a hug. And I don't always remember their name because it could have been a while ago, and I see hundreds and hundreds of people. I don't remember their face.
Yeah.
And I like trying to be like a good example of like, just treat people how you want to be treated. Just be a positive person. Just, you don't have to be a dick just to be a dick because I have power over these people.
Yeah.
What's this saying? If you want to know somebody's true character, give them power over somebody.
Yeah.
See how they treat them. So I could make people's lives miserable if I wanted to. But I'm not in there to make their life any harder than it is because it already sucks. I'm there to provide them safety, security, get them the things they need, information, help them navigate and get into those programs. Oh, I see you don't even have a high school diploma. Well, do you know that we have a GED program?
Do you have to vouch for inmates too? Like, I'm saying, do you write letters of recommendation or like, hey, he was in my pod
like
every
if they
day.
got out and were to
He's
get a
actually
job?
really decent. I've never seen him get in a fight once. Do you have to report?
In the jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know there's 2 officers that run the programs, and I see them frequently. So I'll say, hey, so-and-so wrote you on the tablet that you're trying to get into this program. I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw that. And sometimes there's just a backlog of a lot of people trying to get into it, and they just can't get everybody at once. But I'm like, oh, I'll go back to the inmate. Yeah, they're aware they saw, and we're working to get you in the next one. So that gives them something to look forward to. Otherwise, you're just sitting there, and you're just getting the anxiety because you don't know what's going to happen when.
That's good. Well, we need more correction officers like you.
What happens on Christmas?
They do Christmas bags.
Okay.
Gift bags.
Okay.
The inmates will get little treats in a bag. Everybody will get one.
That's nice.
Well, have you seen Longest Yard? They'll have the boys jingle bells. Jingle bells.
And that's usually done by the local churches and stuff too. I'll see them bring in brand new board games for the pods.
Oh, that's
to the
great.
inmates.
Is there any drama therapy, like putting on plays or like learning scenes? or
That's
anything like
fun.
It's Shane performing for them.
No, there's no interpretive dance classes or anything like that.
that? I watched that movie Sing Sing, and it's based on Sing Sing's a prison that's outside of New York, I think. But some jails have drama therapy things because it's great for, you have these prisoners who are going through mentally a lot to take on a script of another character that they can relate to is a great way of teaching them like empathy and that they're not alone, and that it just teaching them just to act and stuff is a great way of getting out of their head, becoming someone else, understanding their motives, and it can grow your sense of character.
Didn't they have in Orange Is the New Black? Didn't they have like a play
Probably.
scene where like they all like were? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? It was like the
never
last
saw it.
episode of one of the seasons,
But
and
I've
like they
seen-
did a whole play.
I've seen like comedians and stuff that will go do shows.
do stand-up,
at, like,
yeah.
jails and
Johnny
prisons.
Cash from Folsom Prison. That was like a
Yup.
big thing where he wanted to go perform for the prisoners and stuff.
I do want to circle back and just touch on it so you guys know and that the audience knows that we do have free mental health counseling in the jail for everybody. It's free to everybody.
Okay.
And that's a lot of the inmates don't know that, but we'll just mention that, hey, if you want to
Yeah.
see the mental health counselor, you get on the list, go there, talk to them, and they can get their counseling, see what they need. They have an in-person one. They have a psychiatrist that does it virtually, and then they can prescribe them any kind of meds they need for whatever the condition.
Yeah, how does the medication work? Is there a doctor at the jail that you like go see weekly to get your medications and like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day we have every day in the morning, same time. You start what's called, medical, med pass in the morning, and all the pods, you get all the ones that are on the list on group together, and they go to medical, do what they need to do, they come back, and in the afternoons we pass out all their medication. Not we personally, the guards, but we're there with the nurse providers and give them
Or they have to open up their mouth? Like, what, they take the Dixie cup and make sure they
prove that
swallow
they-
it?
Oh, I thought that was only mental hospitals do that. They do that in prison or jails too.
Yeah. We have to mark down who got their meds, make sure that they're taking their pills and swallowing, washing down water. Open your mouth. Let me see that You're not cheeking it, and that's a big one. That's a big no-no is cheeking meds and then
What, like, don't
stashing
try
them
to
or trying
hide
to
it?
sell them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's one we have to watch closely. They'll try and do that.
Let's say there was, an inmate that you've been dealing with and they messed up big time, like they do something really wrong and they got to move to like a whole other prison and stuff. Are you ever like, damn, how is that inmate doing? Do you have access to like a database to see where they got moved to and like how they're doing? Or do you ever think about former inmates or where they're at?
Like, when
and
you ever
check
have like a
up on
boy
them?
in
You're
there
close
that was
with,
like
yeah.
actually like you guys like got along really well. You like see him.
Yeah. And especially like the hallway workers, they're out all day in the halls, running laundry, anything we need, uniforms, whatever. I have a pretty good relationship with them. I see them all the time. We talk to them all day. And there's one, he was there in our jail for a while. He got sent to another jail nearby. I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing. And I was talking to one of the inmates that I knew that was close with him. I was like, hey, how's so-and-so? And he's like, oh, man, you didn't hear? I was like, no. He passed away.
Oh no.
And it gut punched me, dude, because he was a really nice guy, just became a father, just went through one of the classes, went to another jail.
Damn.
Got messed up with some people there and overdosed.
Oh,
Damn.
that's devastating.
So that one hurt. It hurt me because
Yeah.
It's just
That's you have so much strength to like, it's a tough job. And especially because you're dealing with people, watching just people's lives. You're so close with them. It's like different. It's way different than with like a student. It's someone who
You're with them every day.
And also just your conversation with them, that could be their whole day. Just that one little conversation with them.
100%. That means so much to them. Like
it passes their time. If you're able to sit down and you just talk to them like a normal person, you know, and they'll pass their time, pass their day, and you're the only interaction they have with the outside world, and you're basically their world while they're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your responsibility.
how far are I know it may not be. Is anyone? I'm sorry, I'm just spitting out any questions that are coming to me. Is anyone making hooch, like whipping up some fermented potatoes and making some alcohol?
What is it called? Boofing?
Or boofing is where you
Well, we've also
take stuff off your butt.
We've also
Oh, I thought that was when you like poop in a bucket and then you like let it like
jankum.
What is it?
Jankum. But I don't think anyone's
shit.
doing jankum in jail. That's like
or they're cooking on their little stovetop and prison like the jail.
they make their bed
Easy bake
become a
oven,
grill.
like little-
You see a lot of crazy stuff on the internet. Is anyone ever
doing that type of shit?
DIYing some paraphernalia?
I don't know half of the terms that you just said, but hooch, I definitely do, and I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
How do they make like what are they just mixing ingredients that they've accumulated over
Yeah,
like
they can get they can get their sugar packets on their commissary.
Yes.
Fruit juice, fruit packets, and they'll put it in a cup and
Potatoes.
yeah. Sometimes we've had fresh fruit and they'll put it in there, and then they'll just let it ferment.
Yeah, you let it sit for
And-
I don't know,
and-
months or whatever, and then
It smells
eventually
rancid.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would drink that, but yes,
I know that I know there's no alcohol allowed, but like do you guys ever maybe once a year you guys do like a wine and paint night where they get like a glass of wine? Nothing more than that. Nothing to get them fucked up, but just like
Hey,
I don't know. I could imagine.
yeah,
I don't know.
is there
want
you
that
ever
for-
like overhear any sort of like plotting to oh no, I'm gonna rip the toilet off and there's a hole behind it we can get out and we can scale the building.
He's not hearing that shit. You think he is?
No escape plans or anything like that. Any drawings on the cell, like when you walk in, you see like a little diagram, kind of how to get out.
no.
Do you read their letters that they write to other people just to make sure that they're not plotting anything? If it's
Letters
just
are scanned,
okay, letters
and
are
all letters
scanned.
are.
Oh, I didn't
letters are all
think they were
digital
scanned.
now.
Man, everything is digital.
So if you wanted to mail them,
It's an email.
you'd have to mail it to a separate facility. They'll scan it, and then it'll go to their.
And all call logs are recorded. Like every video call, every phone call, like always, all time.
Is there somebody actually like listening in or reading all the letters, or is it just a scan where it scans for certain words?
That on the back end, I don't know. That's
bet
higher up
it's-
the chain.
all archived in case something happens. They're able to revisit
And that's why they
it
try to
or-
do it where they start the first letter with a capital and they do like little secret like
like a
coding in
code.
it.
It's good.
Oh, I told them about the haunted videos and things that you've caught.
Oh yeah,
in
tell
the
us about
prison
that.
or in the jail.
I didn't really believe it, but since I started there, they said that the jail was haunted, that officers have seen things and heard things. And okay, whatever. And then one day, one of the officers comes running into control. He's like, hey, roll the cameras back to this specific time in the pod. Because he was going up the stairs to do his last check, locking everybody down, and he heard something. So he rolled the cameras back, you focus on him, and there's a mop laying on the floor, like kind of poking out of the showers, just laying there. And as he's going up the stairs, once he gets to the top, you see the mop handle laying on the ground just go.
And
There's
slide.
Nobody there. You can clearly see it. And it just moves. And I'm just like, no way. No way.
And you weren't able to get that footage, right?
Oh, I have the footage.
You have the footage?
Yes. I have it on my phone.
You want
see it?
to we can airdrop it to the TV if you want.
Okay.
What's up with cleaning supplies? Remember that broom at Denny? That was crazy. But I'm sure it doesn't look good, as clear as this one though.
Yeah.
What was it? You told me about another one too. There was something with a radio that flew.
Yeah, the control officer sit in control. The radio's in its stand charging. The little mic piece, that
Yeah.
it's clipped to it. It's secure. And she's sitting there, and it just pops off and flies off.
Crazy.
And I'm just like, there ain't no way.
Whoa.
So yeah, I've been walking down the hallway, and we have a big green steel doors that divide the hallways. And I'll prop the door, and I just start walking, and I hear somebody forcefully shut it, because it doesn't just shut. And if somebody rolls the lock, you hear the lock rolling, go, and it might close then. But this was like somebody pushed it hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be taking night shifts. I'd be like, only day.
Absolutely
don't ever
not.
get me in for night shifts.
No.
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
I'm guessing the mop thing was at night.
It was during the day.
During the day.
During the day. That's why it was so crazy, because the night officers are definitely I've seen things and heard things in here during nighttime.
Do you ever get scared walking alone? Is there a weird energy or any sort of haunted feeling that you get in there, or not really?
No, I've never felt any kind of
Presence.
weird energy, but I could tell you it's there.
I
Yeah.
synced it.
I synced it.
Those spaces hold energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Someone's just soul being in there for that much time. It makes sense why a soul wants to go back and just revisit it.
All right, so we got the video pulled up right now. This is okay. So you recorded the actual camera
This
recording.
is on the jail CCTV.
Okay.
So each pod has cameras in the corners that are constantly recording.
Before we play this, what y'all need to update your cameras, man. Why
you
is
would
it so,
think that it would be better quality
I
video.
think jail cells need the top. Literally every detail should be clear as
the
day.
backup camera on my car is better than this.
At least unlike Epstein's camera, this one doesn't shut off for a couple minutes at the end of the day. This constantly records.
Oh, actually, no. I want to get into that afterwards, just about how that would even...
It's impossible.
Impossible, right? You've never had anything like that ever happen.
But okay, back to this.
So look at the mop and bucket.
Oh. What?
Your turn. And that's after everybody's locked down. There's nobody in the pod, and I confirm there's nobody in the pod.
That's crazy.
And he's just making his rounds, his checks. And he heard, so what he was doing when he heard it, when he was going up the stairs, he heard a sound, and that's what triggered him to come back and say, "Hey, roll the cameras back and take a look at this."
Whoa. Yeah, it looks like as if someone was just back there
moved
moving
it.
it.
Someone moved that.
That's weird.
And
how long was that sitting there for?
It could have been there after they were cleaning, and it maybe fell off the wall or something. It was just sitting there.
I think I have an explanation for it.
What?
That because mops hold water. And if something and it's a whole spaghetti of of rope, if there's moisture in it, but the moisture moved from one side to another side within it.
That's why I asked how long that's sitting there for.
That's my only but that is fucking ghostly.
But then also whoever's cleaning that, they couldn't put that shit away. It's almost like they were cleaning all right.
I'm done. I'm going home.
What the fuck? It's just not even put away.
Right.
That's my biggest concern
we don't have paid help, all right? That's what you get.
That is crazy though.
And this is completely dark. It's supposed to be dark, right? When he was there?
No, it was, I believe the
Oh
lights
no,
were
it was
at
in
that
the middle of the
time.
day. You said it was the middle
Yeah.
of the day. You're right. Sorry. Wow.
So
Spooky.
going with that, maybe, but all the other circumstantial evidence that people have seen and talked about, I was like,
What's a story that you didn't see firsthand, but your coworkers have experienced that you were like, okay, that's
they'll just hear and see things of people, walking a tear. They'll hear something.
like seeing like a figure out of a
figure,
cell, like
yeah.
moving.
in the corner of your eye, just like
Yeah, there was. I mean, Heath and I, we've both had a couple instances. Remember the one that I had at your house? That one was like really weird. Was the when you walked by?
Oh yes.
And I was like, oh, like he just walked by.
You were freaked out.
outside. That one really got me.
I think my worst one was when I was in my bathroom, and it was the one right next to my living room, and I heard Zane laughing, like his like a really loud laugh, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Zane's here." And I was just like, as soon as I finished going to the bathroom, and then I walked out, I was like, "Yo, where'd you go?"
nowhere.
I was like, "Zane." I looked my whole house. I called Zane. I'm like, "Where did you go? You just got here." He's like, "What are you? I'm at my house. What are you talking about?" He wasn't there, but it was clear as day.
You already haunting this.
you know, it's crazy. It's crazy that you're so like confident in yourself. We're like, oh,
I expected
he's
to
here.
walk out and see you in front of me.
that's when I saw you walk by. I was like, oh, Heath just walked by.
Crazy.
And then like I look, 2 seconds later, you're walking outside, like coming inside. I was like, okay, is this that type of shit where it's like, my med's good?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
Yep.
was
Just
that
check in a little bit.
my eyes deceiving me?
Have you ever found any shanks or like any sort of like makeshift weapon,
contraband,
something?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the craziest one you've
What's
seen?
its most? Are people using like plastic forks to make them? What's like the go-to if you're gonna whip something up?
I mean, geez. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could stab somebody with a pen.
Yeah.
But
they're not having pens lay around, right?
There was one. So on the back of the bunk is a cross brace, and it's maybe like 1.5 inches piece of steel that goes to hold the bunk together. Well, somebody had taken that off, so now you have a chunk of steel that's this long that you can wheel on, and that would do
some damage.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to hang things up in your cell?
Hang things up.
Like posters,
Like
letters,
decorate.
or
No.
like, you say you don't get letters. Yeah, decorate.
Nothing on the walls.
Okay.
Like no picture, like no little
pictures.
pictures.
Have you ever had like inmates who are like really talented at like one thing, and you're like, my gosh, I can't believe you're
Like,
in here. You
is
can
there like
sing
a Ed
fantastic.
Sheeran singing around the halls? Like,
There is some really crazy good artists. I think they might be tattoo artists or something, like really, really good drawings, really good at
sketching good nudes,
sketching.
selling them.
Damn, that's really good. Actually,
It's a hustle for some people because somebody wants, to send a card to their girlfriend or whatever, and they'll make a nice, pretty little drawing on it of flowers, whatever. You can,
if I was a girl and I got a postcard from the prison cell and they had a little,
oh, he spent his prison money.
Ooh, shit.
Make it special.
Yeah, I would love that.
That would be little
Yeah, my penny's in a knot.
little extra detail, you know?
one guy was a junior Olympian.
Oh, really?
Again, not going to name names, but from everything, damn good at
Wow.
boxing. And I've seen it when he did a couple other people.
Oh,
When he practiced on a couple faces in there.
Yeah, just fast hands, man. And I'm like, dang. But drugs. Stay
Yep.
off the drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, that just ruins everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really, really legitimately could have
It's
been.
such a crisis.
What's the most common drug charge? Like, is it fentanyl, heroin? Like,
Heroin, meth,
what are you seeing most people
crack.
Right now,
on?
everybody coming in is fentanyl.
Always for the majority?
Pretty much 90% is fentanyl.
So,
Wait,
I
hold
guess
on.
we
What they're
don't-
going to jail for, like what they have on.
Or what they're addicted
Yeah,
to.
fentanyl for resale, drugs for resale, possession, or they're just high and it's just all fentanyl.
I think I'm a little confused on fentanyl because I know fentanyl kills people. Even when
Right.
you have a little dose of it,
That's
how
what
are
I
people
heard
getting
too.
addicted to fentanyl when it kills you immediately? Apparently.
That's the question I had. But as far as I understand, the pill, you don't just like take it. You, I guess, crush it and smoke it, and you do little teeny tiny whiffs of it.
because I heard it's so strong and potent that even just like
Yeah.
a little too much.
Yeah.
Just a
just
little too much.
Tiny little drop will take you out.
I mean, as an officer, that's one of my bigger fears was, if you do booking or something, just touching it. If it touches you,
Really?
officers fall out.
Oh my God.
And the other danger is too, it's like, oh, I'm not doing fentanyl. I'm just smoking weed. Well, now they're cutting fentanyl into weed.
Yeah.
It's in literally everything.
And they're putting in
Wow.
cocaine, and that's like such a huge issue too.
And
is
then-
people
Yeah, I
are
know
getting
that.
fentanyl-laced cocaine.
And then speaking of the fentanyl lows, how much people are doing, like, you're going to die. Well, they come into jail, detox off fentanyl, and then
What does
they
that
get out
look
on the
like?
street, and they think, I was taking this much, but they've detoxed, they've cleansed their body.
oh, and
they'll
they're
do it
used
again,
to having
and
a
they're-
higher
they're-
tolerance.
and they
dropping.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
makes a lot of sense.
What does like a fentanyl detox look like? So somebody gets brought in, it takes like a week for them to like get off, and like it's like hell for them for a week.
Days. Vomiting, throwing up, diarrhea, just extremely weak, can't get up.
Wow.
They just lay there and detox. But they're doing other things now with certain I think it's called Suboxone, that helps people come off of those drugs.
Like Ibogaine for also heroin or methadone,
So it's not as harsh.
as well. Now, having the perspective of watching inmates all the time, if you had to serve,
Oh, hold on, real quick. Sorry.
Where would I be?
well, not where.
That's insane. I did not know it was that fucking tiny
Yes.
of an amount.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So a little dot of that, they're smoking? Like a dot of that.
Just
because it's not even worth the risk. Just go for heroin at that point. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. What is it making you feel like?
I don't
Where
know.
it's like,
I don't know
I gotta do
why.
fentanyl
Well,
instead of.
I also know they like medically give fentanyl too, right? Like when you're in the hospital, it's also like a medical grade. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if it's a painkiller, but
Yeah,
it's
it's an anesthetic.
Yeah, it's an anesthetic that it's
Oh.
like there's so fentanyl is given like in controlled doses in hospitals.
I did not
and
know
stuff.
that.
But
Yeah.
it's like 1,000 times weaker.
Right.
It's something
Okay.
crazy like that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is this like a cheaper on the drug scale? Like, is this cheaper than heroin? Is this cheaper than meth? And that's why people
Yeah, you get
are.
more bang
it's
for
more
your buck.
common
It's
and
cheap.
Yeah,
Okay,
It's cheap.
it's cheap.
I don't know the price or anything. but-
Or back to my question though. So I don't want to say no. My question was not like having the perspective of what they're going through every day in their cell block. How would you pass the time if you had 1 year in prison? Would you just do a lot of push-ups? Would you read every day? Like, what do you think is the best way to pass the time and be the best
a jail
inmate
cell.
you can?
Okay, so we didn't get into it, but we had the pods, right, where everybody has the cell doors. But we also have a certain section of the jail that's called the workhouse, and there's 4 separate dormitories, and that is open all the time. Okay, so it's just a big room, bunch of bunks in there, 30, 40 guys in there. So you're not locking down in a cell every day. You have freedom to roam around and
Okay.
walk and do things and interact. It's a little bit more privileges that way, but you can't just get in there. You got to apply to get in there. You make sure I would just try and be on my best behavior and just keep bothering my pod officer about getting into the.
So that's
that door.
it's a pod like thing, but there's no doors that you have to check into
Right.
and close at night. You
just
just go into one of the bunks,
Yep.
and you could just be like
It's
a
just the
communal
one-
area.
It's like 4 rows of bunks, and it's just all the way back. It's just big, like barracks. I don't know, like
Yeah,
military
yeah,
barracks.
yeah.
And they like feel better than like being in any
Oh, yeah.
cell.
Less
Line
lonely.
Yeah, you feel psychologically, you feel a little bit more like free
You're
and moving.
not closed in, because we'll do maintenance checks and stuff and cell searches, and you go in this room and it's tiny. And just
Yeah.
being in there, I'm just looking around like this. I would lose my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually got stuck in one.
You got stuck in one?
Oh no!
So
Help!
we have radios. So and
It's like Shutter Island. They're
so we just radio control. Can you roll? The pod and the door number.
Were you by
I would
yourself?
freak out. Accidentally lock myself with somebody in there.
oh big
How y'all
age.
doing?
Oh, where's the
Hey,
key?
so
Where's
big
the
now.
key? All right, guys. All right. Half's over.
Settle down.
All right, anybody getting this?
roll the door.
Wait, but you see, sometimes on the internet, I'll see like inmates who do have cell phones that they've snuck in and they're making TikToks from.
Yeah, I see
their
TikToks
jail
all the
cell.
time.
I know that probably doesn't happen where you work, but how do you make sense of that? Is that a prison that they're in that must be just loose and is not paying attention to anything to what their inmates are doing. And I don't understand the balls of those inmates to be posting those TikToks. And I'm like, wouldn't
it's going to be.
Yeah, wouldn't their corrections officers be like, I saw you post a TikTok last night. Don't act like I didn't see it. Y'all were doing the renegade dance, and it was like, can you get in? That's
And you would think
trouble.
the service would be shit in there, like with all that fucking cell, concrete, metal everywhere.
It's terrible. Some are better than others. We have ones that are behind the open pod, and then you have a door that goes to another door, and those are the med cells, and they're behind a big steel door, so there's no reception back there. So they'll ask to come out and do their visit and stuff like that. But yeah, prisons, and I've heard stories from inmates that I've known them before. They went out to prison, they come back for court or something else for another charge or whatever, and they're telling me, yeah, meth in here is cheaper than on the streets.
Oh, wow.
Insane.
And I'm like, how are you guys getting this shit? And they're like, officers.
No way.
Officers. And a county by me recently charged with bringing in drugs.
So like people that work in the
insane.
jails are like selling
Bringing it in.
shit to them to be able to.
Do you have a warden?
We have the
Is that what they're called? A warden? A warden?
yeah, we have a captain that's over the jail, and above them is
That's
the
the
jail.
guy with the gun on top.
Yeah, the jail.
The guy with the gun on top, right?
Oh, the guy
you're
outside?
talking about-
He's like sits
That
there
would
and
be
walk on the
if
wall.
we had an outside
Longest
yard
yard.
now, but we have a sheriff,
all
right?
movies.
So we have
I
a sheriff.
can't.
Okay,
I can't.
So the sheriff is the top dog in the county.
Is there actually like a timeout cell? Like the white walls where no window, and it's just you're in there and they don't know what time it is. The lights are always on.
Solitary
I feel like
confinement.
that's
Is that
prison.
real?
I feel like that's prison.
So all our pods are alphabetical: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
Keep going.
And then
We'd be together.
A pod.
We'd be put together.
A pod is the bad pod for the males.
Okay.
So like, hey, you need to cut it out. You're gonna go to A pod, and there's and that is just a pod, a door, and you don't have access to a tablet, nothing, and you're in there locked down 23-1.
Wow.
You get 1 hour out. By law, you have to get that, and that is it.
wow.
And you just sitting there and twiddle your thumbs.
Damn.
So if you cause a fight, you start a fight, 30, 60 days, boom, A-pod.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Oh, so you're really punished when that's why everybody just don't fucking start fights. Yeah, that's not worth it at all.
Okay, this might be stupid, but is there like sofas? Like, do they get are they able to like sit comfortable? You know what I mean? I would just want to be like,
I need to sit somewhere.
like I don't want to.
lay.
I don't want to sit crisscross applesauce on concrete.
Just a steel
right?
bench
Just-
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a steel stool.
Oh.
My ass would just fucking
Wow.
hurt. My sciatica would be so bad in there.
Do they get access to the World Wide Web at all? Like, there's no
Like, can they Google and stuff?
Yes.
No.
No. Yeah, makes sense.
And there's no inter-pod communications, right? You don't want somebody in C-pod communicating somebody in D-pod and organizing crime, violence,
Right.
somebody targeted.
What about pornography? Can you bring in a
Matt,
Playboy?
I was literally
penthouse
waiting for you to finish
hustler?
to ask that.
Like, no.
No, but you have to watch for the visits on the tablets now. They do their visits in their cells, so they're sitting on their bunks. And yeah, they're sitting on the bunks and having the visits with their lady at home.
Yeah. Show me some boob.
Like, what about like magazines, like Playboy magazines?
No.
No, wow.
Are they just in their bunk just doing their thing?
Yeah, is
Doing their
masturbation
thing.
happening?
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll take their blanket or towels and they'll hang it around and make like little curtains.
Oh, fraternity curtains. Yeah. No. Frat
Yeah.
curtains.
They'll do that.
And there's two people in there, so the other guy's just kind of chilling, just waiting.
2, 3,
Mind your business.
Wow.
Got to pass the time.
But if we see those curtains, that's a no. We got to take those down.
Oh, okay. So it's like,
Yeah, that's a security thing. They could be doing
Jerking
that.
curtains.
They could be doing that. I could have beat the brakes off of my inmate and laid him in his bunk, and he's dying.
Right. You don't know what's behind it.
So we need to be able to see them in their cell. Even though we do an hourly check every hour. If the deposit's not open, you're going through, looking in, make sure everybody's alive and present and where they're supposed to be.
That's so crazy.
if you were to walk by a cell and they're like out in the open, would you? Is that? Do they get in trouble, or is it just kind of like, oh well, they're not doing anything bad. They're
That's
in their cell.
misconduct, though. Like,
It's sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
Is it? But
You're going to A-pod.
they're in their own bed. They're in their own cell.
We have, so there's laws, right? But there's also jail policies. And it's not a law, but it's a sexual misconduct. You can't make any sexual remarks no sexual gestures, or get in trouble within the jail.
Are there female corrections officers?
Yes.
That are patrolling the men?
Yes.
Oh,
That's a tough job.
That would be really tough.
Mad respect if you're doing that. Like, I could not imagine.
You know what? I'm surprised they even have that. I'm surprised they even had just have the lady.
Just
hire everybody.
That is one thing, because the toilet's right at the door. There's a window, so you're doing your check. You guys standing there, peeing in the toilet. You look in and make sure it's up.
And then there's male officers for the women's facility?
So men cannot work the females,
Okay. Makes sense.
but females can work the males.
it's just safety purposes.
It's more safety for the female officer.
Yeah, but to the guys, even though they're in for crimes and douchebags in general society, they all collectively have a respect for women. So they will make sure that nobody's doing anything to the female officers.
That's
And
good.
they do have a certain level of respect that they give to the females than they give to the males. And they will give us a hard time. But they're more polite for the women.
Got it.
What if I was a inmate and I was really good at doing backflips and tumbling? Can I freely, you know what I'm talking about? Or like if I'm really good at, like, I don't know, dancing or
You
something.
got something I could juggle real quick?
Like,
let me just get some
if
fruit.
an inmate is just practicing doing backflips, is that allowed? Or it's like, you stop horsing around? Like, where, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, horse plays against rules.
okay.
You're not allowed to do
Horseplay.
that.
Would that be considered horseplay if you're by yourself just tumbling, just doing some cartwheels?
doing flips. I've never seen anybody do it, but I would tell them to stop just because they could slip and crack their head, and then we're liable for that.
What if so I'm thinking about like a class clown. Like if a teacher was like, okay, if you guys behave yourself for the rest of the day, I'll have so and so get up and they can sing. Is there anyone they're like, please, we'll be so good. We just want to see him do this
Matt.
thing. Are you ever like, okay, calm down, let's see it. And then the person does their thing and they're like, damn, that was amazing. Like, I don't know, does that happen?
I think Matt's really thinking it's a kid's classroom.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's just someone who has some
I think you'd
talent
have a lot
that
of fun in jail.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Maybe.
That ASL. All right.
Guys just tap dancing in there.
Yeah, just like,
kinda-
come on, he's so good at it. Can we please do it? Like,
so stupid.
this has been so insightful.
Yeah.
But, like,
Really is.
I've honestly learned a lot.
Like, this was great.
What's your favorite part about the like all time number one? Like, what do you like love about it?
I've never done anything like this before, and I'm an introvert by nature, but I like seeing a change in people. And then, like I said, when I see them on the outside and
Yeah.
they're doing well, that makes me
Like knowing that you made a difference and you like helped
maybe in
them.
some way, maybe it's stupid, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I
That's not
definitely like
stupid
the
at all.
interaction with that. So
That's cool.
That's very
No,
sweet.
absolutely. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well,
for
first of all,
you do.
he came out to help me move, so I'm grateful for that. But I know I begged you to come on here, but we really appreciate it.
Yes.
So
thanks
thank
for having
you.
me, guys.
Of course,
Absolutely.
man. Thank you, man.
Seeing us in person.
Where can they find you?
Jail. Hopefully they
do
don't
not
find him.
Hopefully you never see him.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. We love you so much. If you want to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath. We keep these cameras rolling, so you get an extended cut of every single podcast episode. You get early access a few days early. You're going to get it ad-free. We do a bonus episode every single month. We do a live Q&A every single month. It's going to be amazing. Our live is actually going to be done from Tennessee for this next one, so it's going to be pretty cool. Get to see the new spot. So definitely check it out. Patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
You can check out these episodes every Monday, audio form on all podcast platforms, and every Tuesday, video form on youtube.com/Zane and Heath. We love
right.
you so much. Unwind.
guys.
We'll see you in 5 seconds. Love you. Mwah.
Peace.